welcome to episode number 3 of our 2024 Call of the Wild Deer Tour. We are 10 species in with 15 more to go counting our little additional subspecies, and we're starting out here on Yukon to continue checking more off the list. Now of course the goal is to get a gold of every single deer species in the Hunter Call of the Wild, plus any potential diamond or rare deer species we have to take with the bow. Caribou were my biggest concern here, so I brought the Ganhair rifle, and I think that guy's got a chance, but it's gonna be close. I'm not even sure what the gold requirement is for caribou anymore. I think it's low 300s, so that estimate gives him a pretty decent shot, and if he makes it, that's gonna make life a whole lot easier here. I mean, he's got a very basic frame, not a lot to work with, but it's going to be enough. 329, gold's 311, and we got him no problem there double lung with the Ganhair. So with caribou off the list, that's going to really help us out. And one of our subspecies that has brought the total from 19 to now 25, I actually added an additional one that we'll get into later, is the Alaska or Yukon moose that we also need to find out here. And go figure, needing our Alaska or Yukon moose out here, we've got a level 4 caribou again that I think is also going to be a gold. And maybe moose should have been my bigger concern, but when we did the revolver heart shot challenge, I had a heck of a time just finding a caribou that was gonna make gold, and now I think we have 2 in a row, but not something to complain about. A couple of additional kills, definitely not a bad deal, and that guy is a 332 gold. So getting some extra use out of the Ganhair rifle, and as we run around here, only right now about 11-16, might as well make the most of our time. Well, that's an interesting sight. We have what we're going to call our Yukon or Alaska moose today, resting right next to a level 6 grizzly, and that moose just simply is not going to make gold. The estimate's way shy, so I think instead, we might as well try to take the grizzly, and we've actually got the 338 break action for our bigger game, so let's see, about 200 outs. Something like that. We may have hit the heart, I'm not sure. But dropped him laying right in that rest zone. Nice little bonus kill as we look for a gold moose. And by the way, that's the kind of thing I was concerned about with caribou. So I'm really glad we got the gold out of the way early. But our grizzly, oh, that was a heart shot. Not bad. 202 meters right to the top of the heart and both lungs. And a 61.89 gold to boot. Not that we needed the gold grizzly, but we'll take it. And I think we either dropped that caribou, or we took like a couple of steps and went down. So no moose out here, but get to have a little extra shooting, not gonna complain about that. And one thing we know for sure, that will not be a gold, a 211 silver. And I think it should be getting close to moose drink time now. It's 11:40, so we'll keep on scooting around. Who knows what we might find in the meantime. You are actually kidding me. That is a melanistic female wolf. It's stuck in that fleeing state. Oh no, it's not. It actually is gonna flee. Did we get host? We might have. That is absurd. Level 3 female. I'm just thinking we do not have the best weapon for this. We're gonna have to, I guess, go 22-250 if we're gonna try to get it on the move. Maybe it'll slow up out there, but the Ganhair is probably not something we want to mess with here. I cannot believe that thing is out there, and I'm really glad that it's not stuck. If we just kind of follow it, will they go nervous out there to where we can get a good shot? The 22-250, actually, they're class 6? That wouldn't even be ethical. We're gonna have to go Ganhair. Oh boy. So they're kind of moving back this way? We can zero the Ganhair for 150. But do I have the confidence to try that shot? Honestly, we might. Where does she even go? I'd really like her to stand still. I just don't think that's gonna happen. And who knows when they're gonna stop doing this weird fleeing state thing. Everything else just took off. We hit it at the very least. I really hope we got a lung. Oh, I think we might have. She went down pretty quick. I don't know that a vertebrae hit at that range kills one fast enough to, like, at least not have it go out of sight. Man, that is a pretty darn rare kill, and I don't know what kind of weirdness was going on with their fleeing state, but I'll take it to take one with the Ganhair. And that is Vital Blood. All things considered, that worked out pretty well, much better than being like frozen in place. Really wish we could get a better screenshot. If she had died just a little bit different, that would look so cool. We once shot a leucistic caribou, and we have a screenshot of that same mountain in the background where it died, like in this same area. This might be just about as cool. 32.53 silver. Not the greatest shot, but honestly, pretty decent there. Lung, liver, stomach with the Gant hair, and that is potentially an upgrade to one of our multi-mounts. We'll have to look, but I don't think we have a melanistic female this big. We do have a multi-mount with one in it, but I don't think it was a level 3 that scored that high. That is awesome. Once again, not a deer species, not a bow kill, but man is the deer tour working, and like, just the mere fact that we haven't found a gold moose yet is the only reason that we just got that. Now that guy, I think, is going to get the job done. 204 to 258. Guaranteed gold. Just need to get the shot with the 338. I was actually going to go Gant hair for the moose, but since we shot the melanistic wolf with it, I think we've got to prove the point. And that'll be a heart shot from our 338. Now this is going to be a 3-map hunt, so that took an hour and 6 minutes, and to be fair, we kind of take the scenic route, you know, in hopes of stumbling into something like the melanistic wolf, but we have a lot yet to get to. As for this guy though, we know he's going to make gold at 217, got right lung and heart. And for our, pretend that says Yukon or Alaskan moose, we have that guy crossed off the list here on Yukon Valley. So we're on to Sooner Patan for Barasingha and muntjac deer, thus the Gant hair, by the way, being in our loadout. And even though that would be a guaranteed goal being max weight estimate, I think that guy's going to be good enough. So just make sure, nothing crazy around here. We've already seen a melanistic wolf, which is kind of crazier than I thought we'd get. So just want to make sure, since he didn't go anywhere, let's try to get that shot with the Gant hair. Got to go a little low here. When you're zeroed for 150, especially when you start to get out to those ranges, it does feel like it shoots a tiny bit high. So better safe than sorry, we should be just fine with that. And assuming this guy's as big as he looked from a distance, we should have our gold Barasingha no problem. 178, so he makes it by about 8. Got him double lung, but you can see we were aiming a decent bit lower than that. Again, when you're at that kind of range, like 110, for one, being zero beyond the distance we're shooting at anyway, but even if it was around 150, it definitely feels to me like the bullet hits pretty much the very top of that front sight post. That, I think, should be what we need. Not a max weight estimate for, but 19 to 23 kilo, and frankly, with it being still a little while till muntjac drink time, might be rather convenient to get one now and not have to wait. So the thing is, can we get sort of broadside-ish, where we can get a shot with the 22-250? It's been a good gun for these, but we need him to somewhat cooperate and not just sort of veer back and forth. That's kind of working. 0 for 150. That is gonna be a long shot. And the only question is it possible for level 4 muntjacs to not end up as gold? As far as I know, they generally make it, so we could be done a lot sooner than expected here. And once again, Vital Blood, high bleed rate. Is this a gold muntjac? It is indeed 32.61, actually well over gold. For it not even being in the max weight range, got it just on the side of the right lung there, and that is a pretty darn good deal. Like I said, we have 3 maps to go to, and we have 1 more species for this video. And so it's on to Revontuli Coast for what we're going to call, for the purposes of our deer tour, the European moose here in Finland. And wouldn't you know it, the biggest moose, and also the first moose here on Revontuli, is going to be our European moose. 248 to 302, though we know that rack's typically like 250s. And actually, what the heck, why don't we go Gant hair on that instead? Just because things have gone better than expected, we found this guy so quickly, even maybe better still, we could go with the bow, because he's kind of walking at us. Now the wind is just horrible, but things have just not worked out for the bow to be used that much. And of course, if you maybe didn't catch the first couple episodes, the entire inspiration for this series is basically the whitetail rut here in Pennsylvania and across a lot of the United States. And most of that is archery hunting, and we just haven't hardly gotten to use the bow for this. Oh my goodness. Okay. That's about 50 meters. A little further than I'd like. We're gonna try it, I guess. About to flee. Oh, we hit him? Did that get a lung? It might not have. Well, that didn't exactly go to plan. He just like appeared there. Wouldn't that just be fitting? Back to the 338 we go. I think that will kill him. Like, if we just wait long enough, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna bring him down. That's what we're looking for there. Minus what in the world? It almost hit him good, too. I think that's gonna be a little bit better. That is one of the ways of all time to wrap up a video. But pretty on brand. Having to go back to the gun, even trying to use the bow. Even though we got sorta surprised by where this guy ended up. So what actually happened? It was shoulder blade. If he hadn't done that tiny turn, we might have hit him just fine. But nonetheless, 255 scoring gold, got the right long shot on the trot with the 338. And I guess it's time to go back and try to find a spot for our melanistic wolf in the trophy lodge. We'll have to see if it fits the multi-mount. And so, moment of truth, the melanistic that we had in here from the past, I actually just thought of it, was a level 1. So not only did we upgrade, we actually upgraded from a bronze melanistic female to a silver, which is the highest medal that female wolves can get. And the egg white we have in there already is silver. So the fact that we're going to have diamond red brown, by the way, not a super rare, this was back when they were just uncommon, and then both silvers for the female rares in this mount, that's awesome. And just because of that, I decided to make it so the Mela and our diamond red brown are howling side by side there. The fact that we hadn't made an addition to this multi-mount in 3+ years, and then we finally get our silver Mela here today, that is pretty darn cool. And once again, the Deer Tour is producing non-deer trophies, but I am not going to complain about that one bit. That looks pretty darn cool. And I guess I should also mention, because of course you can see the date there, I'm prepping these videos way early, basically in anticipation of spending more time bow hunting during the first week in November here, when these videos are coming out, and we'll see if that actually ends up producing anything in the whitetail woods like it has here in the Hunter Call of the Wild. But anyway, that is going to do it for this video, so as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.